Okay, so we looked at subsetting a vector. Now let's look at subsetting a matrix. So in subsetting a matrix, so a matrix looks like this. It has some rows and it has columns. Then you have two elements to specify within the operator. Okay, so this is going to bring in a vector of, okay, so you have now 1 represents row 1, right? So it will bring in all the columns of row 1. Okay, so like that will be 1, 3, 5. Now, if you put a comma with nothing for the first element, okay, so and then put 2 for the second element, and second element represents the column, so you're going to get these two. So all rows of column 2, okay, both will return a vector. Okay, so let's look at that. So we'll create a matrix. Okay, so matrix. Okay, you give a bunch of numbers. Say if you did this, that's 1 through 6, and then you specify the number of rows and number of columns. So here 2, 3. So 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, and let's capture that into X, and we'll print X. Okay, a misspelled matrix. Okay, so we have the matrix here. So now if I say X 1, 2, so that will bring the number 3. Okay. So if I do X 2, comma, so that will bring us the second row. Then if I do comma 3, that will bring us the third column. So all of this returns a vector. So here, see that we are bringing in the entire row. So what's actually coming in is, it doesn't give you, when it subsets, it doesn't give you a matrix back with 1 row, and so here we have 1, comma, so that will be the first row. So you may think that, okay, it's going to give us back a matrix with 1 row and 3 columns, right? But that's not so. So you will get a false for this. So if you want a matrix, okay, then you have to use drop equal to false. So now you have 1, comma, nothing, so which means all elements of that, because that's the column position, so all columns. Now you say drop equal to false. Now you see it is true. So drop equal to false will not drop the dimension of the matrix. The dimension is not going to go down to just 1, because you're extracting 1 row, so 1 dimension is dropped. But if you say drop equal to false, then you will have a matrix. So it will look like this. So it will look like a matrix, right? So if you leave drop equal to true, or you don't say anything, because drop equal to true is default. So you will get a vector back, not a matrix.